I wish I had a friend who believed that the earth was flat. I would call him up and go, hey man, let's go to the movies. And I would take him to a movie released by Universal Pictures just to see him lose his fucking mind. And the logo of Universal curves around him. Once all those Marvel movies came out, it reignited my love for the Hulk. I love the Hulk. And when Hulk gets mad, fellas, you know what I'm talking about. Hulk yells, Hulk! Smash! Yeah, and it rubbed off on me where I started speaking in third person whenever I got mad. And I'd be like working on the computer, I'm like, Mike, no make weak password. I got married late in life a couple of years ago, and when I met my wife's family for the first time, as we were about to go through the front door of my wife's parents' house, my future in-laws, she goes like this, I don't want you speaking in third person when we're in there. And I said, Mike can't promise that, don't ask me. Ever since I saw For Rush with Love, Live and Let Die, Spectre, Spy Who Loved Me, I've always wanted to fight some guy on an overnight train in an exotic location. The closest I ever came was on a late-night train out of Manchester after a game got out, and a drunk, crazy, shirtless, sweaty, fat dude sat down next to me and fell asleep on top of me. And I gently got out from under him without waking him. My favorite example of German engineering has to be the ICE train. It's the Intercontinental train, very fast. It feels like 28th century German engineering. My favorite thing on the train is flushing the toilet. I love flushing this toilet. Now, it's very unimpressive, I'll be honest, for the first 30th of a second. Like, you flush it, it makes a little, like, bloop, where a little wave comes out to kind of taunt and demoralize whatever's in the bowl, and then, gone! And then it lets out this triumphant Valkyrie howl, like, there's times I'm done peeing and I'm just flushing and just, un momento, por favor. Have you ever seen Darth Vader speaking German? It's horrendous. Nein, du, ich bin dein Vater. My favorite character, Han Solo, so much swagger. There's that great moment in Empire Strikes Back. He's been captured, he's in shackles, he's being lowered into the carbonite freezing chamber. Princess Leia goes, I love you. And he says, I know. I can say that, well, we gotta fix that. I know. And the next time I watch it, she's like, I love you. And he goes, I hear you and I validate your words. I'm really proud of my Morgan Freeman impression. He's my favorite actor by far. You guys know Morgan Freeman. I have a little bit of the scene from Shawshank Redemption where he says to Tim Robbins, you know, Andy, nobody's ever escaped from Shawshank. I have a little bit of that. I'm going to do it for you guys. You know, Andy. I know, people are like, Mike, that's 3 words. Come on, make a little effort. Okay, this is Liam Neeson in the last 15 action movies where someone's like, hey, did you have to pick a fight with the mob and the cartel? Did you have to go to war with Russia? And he says, I had no choice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Recently, a friend of a friend was fired from the Walt Disney Company in Burbank, California. I don't know what happened, none of my business. But I like to picture on this guy's last day at the Walt Disney Company, he comes in, the light is blinking on his voicemail, and he's got a message from Mickey Mouse, and it sounds like this. Big changes lie in store for you. Make sure to see Kevin in HR. When I was about 6 years old, my cousin Jimmy, who was 10 years older than me, had this really sexy poster of Catwoman. I was far too young to be interested in girls, but I wanted this poster, and I remember asking my mom, like, can I have a Catwoman poster? She goes, no, absolutely not. And I go, Jimmy's got one. And she goes, Jimmy's older. And I remember thinking, so that's how he did it. Then I too shall become older. I'm originally from New York, but I was living in San Francisco before moving to London. I would see this guy once in a while on the late night number 71 bus. He dressed in black, he never spoke, and I only saw him maybe twice, but here's the thing, he would just hang on the railing glowering at people like this. I was like, oh great, there's a vampire on the bus, let's just... And I was hoping if he ever spoke, that his voice would be like this. In the last 500 years, many men have tried to destroy me, and they've all died unpleasantly. That's the voice I wanted him to have. But then the bus bounced around, I heard him go like this. Oh, you stepped on my foot! He ruined everything. The very first night I had the glasses, I thought I heard a burglar, some kind of intruder, and I knew not to put the glasses on with two hands. Nobody ever lives after this. Who's that? But it is a slippery, slippery slope. I think it's a matter of time before I start coming into rooms like some kind of CIA analyst. I'll be like, okay, people, what am I looking at? You know what's on my bucket list now that I have glasses? I just want one of my buddies to fuck up so badly that I can just look at him, take the glasses off, and go like this. What have you done? But I'll be honest with you, having glasses makes it really easy to break bad news to people. You look very thoughtful when you chew on the glasses. I'll give you an example. Like, you gotta break bad news, and you're like, your husband did want to be cremated, but he wrote creamed, and the document is binding. Really helpful with crowd work as well. Man, where were you born? What town? Where were you born? Oh, yeah? You did the right thing telling me. Who else knows about this? See? It's all in the glasses. All. Very hard to be a tough guy with glasses and prematurely white hair, and I find myself like talking tough to try to compensate, but I don't have the hang of it yet, and it's always in the wrong time, in the wrong place. A matter of time before I'm like, I'm looking at a dead man! And my friends are like, Mike, we're at a funeral, take it easy.